Happy Friday, everybody. I'm Michael Gearon. I am the little fish. That is the big fish. Craig, did you enjoy being back on track for Cup Week last week? It was a nice vibe there at Addington, but it must have been good to get back into something you love doing so much.
Well, it's always good, Michael, when you get to analyse a day and a day like that, what occurred. I mean, Group 1 racing, it was the best horses going around on our premier day. It's always nice to be there, Michael. We don't get so many presenters on tracks these days, so when you do, you tend to enjoy the moment. I thought that the atmosphere of the day itself, I know we had less crowd-wise, Michael, but I felt there was a vibe there, and I didn't know there was a less of a crowd. Sometimes when you get to a venue and you lose a third of your participation, you feel that. I didn't feel that on Tuesday.
No, I thought Addington did a great job both days. They had a real nice buzz to the place. Now we head north. There's going to be some awesome racing coming up there over the next 2 months. Tonight we have a pretty decent card. And look, Craig, I can't think of many better handicapped horses than what we're seeing in race 7 tonight. South Coast Arden at an open class racing because he went in there so lowly rated. He's come out off the same mark as Kelly's Delight. I don't really like backing horses off 25 metres behind, but considering he pushed Copy that close 2 starts ago, he just looks a stinking moral.
He does, Michael. I mean, there is no true open class horses in this race. That's to be fair. I mean, there's no Triple Eights in this race. There's no Max Shards. There's no Copy that's what he's been racing. And that's no disrespect to the rest of this field because Kelly's Delight was quite a good mare, and I think she's the main danger, but she hasn't proven herself at that level. So he'll be stinking hot. His manners seem to be quite good. I haven't seen him at the workouts or trials since his last win, Michael. He worked with a galloping pacemaker the other day to fit him to get the fitness into him for tonight. I think that's enough for him to get home.
Yeah, Mango's horses do tend to be quite well forward. So he hasn't been that long since he raced. I think he'll win. I think race 6 is harder. Really interesting trot because Credit Master is close to his peak, but he's off 50 metres and there's enough things about this race. Presidential Jules, a horse who could step and run. Tricky Rick's a pretty good horse. Sartorius. There's enough about this race, Craig. I think it's going to be a really good punting contest.
Yeah, as we're doing this message, Michael, we haven't got the fixed odds in front of us, but I thought it'd be a very tricky job for Matt Bowden and the team, Matt Peden and the team to analyse this race because, as you mentioned, Credit Master giving them 50 metres, if they trot 3:30 off the front, he's got to trot 3:26. He can do that, but I wouldn't want to see him doing it 3 wide. So that allows the horses off the front or 15, like Tricky Rick. I think we'll go a good race tonight for Josh Dickey. I thought he'd be an each-way chance in the race. And then you take the enigmas into the race, the likes of Zebek, which has got ability, but can you trust him? Tony picks up the drive on him. And Presidential Jewel really impressed me the other day. Didn't beat much, Michael, but it spanked them, and it's off the front. Maybe it's lifted its game in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it was pretty good here about 3 or 4 starts ago, leading all the way to beat horses not quite as good as these. I thought Tricky Rick each way in that race. Spoke to Josh Dickey yesterday, so Tricky Rick each way. Interesting race first on the card. Very small field, only 2 winning chances. But Better Twist versus Darling Me. I think Better Twist might just simply be tougher in the better mare, but Darling Me might cop a sit on her here. I thought maybe a lead trail scenario for those 2.
Yeah, absolutely, Michael. If you look at their work last Saturday at Franklin, I mean, Better Twist was just given a quiet run. Darling Me, a bit more of a searching run. She found the front and the other one just ran to the line behind them. Really hate these races when you've got 4 horses in the field and how the race is going to unfold. You know it's going to be an all-star quinella, but which way is it going to be? I've always thought Better Twist is better, but in this race, it may just happen that Darling Me gets an easy split and can get away with it. So I haven't got a firm opinion. They'll run 1-2, but I'm not sure which way.
What else did you like at Alexandra Park tonight as the focus of harness racing starts to come north again?
Yeah, I really liked Smoking Hot Cheddar last week, Michael, $21, and ended up being parked out. It's a hard watch at that price to get run down, but you're not going to get $21 tonight, but I do think it's a very good bet. Beaten by Jack Ryan and beat majority of this field home last start, including race rivals A Piece of Loose. So Smoking Hot Cheddar, very nice filly for Andre Putama. I thought the trotter that went around the race before has really impressed me in Majestic Hanover. A really nice winner 2 starts ago, and then ran into Lady Be Good in a pretty good field at Auckland last time. I just thought in a race that doesn't have a lot of depth, probably Natty Pegger, the main danger. Majestic Hanover looked a hard bet.
Yeah, Natty Pegger was almost my best of the night. I thought dropping out of a significantly stronger race last week, Tony early on. doesn't win a lot, but yeah, Netty Pagger each way for me. By the way, talking about the North, good luck to Josh Dickey. He has one of the favourites, or the favourite, in the 2-year-old Breeders' Crown Filly Trot tomorrow at Melton. They're not easy things to win. Mexicana for Josh and for Trevor Casey. Good luck to them. Craig and I'll be back tomorrow as we head off to Family Day at Old